Jupiter in Aquarius, how it affects your luck and personality. If you have Jupiter in Aquarius, think more about how you can use your natural luck. Those born with Jupiter in Aquarius in their natal chart hate being restricted because they like to live their life on the edge. They will be the center of attention in any group, challenging others to think outside the box. The most rebellious in the zodiac, they are also open-minded and love to fight for causes that are more or less lost. They are the humanitarians and at the same time the underdogs, who want to make the world a better place. Jupiter in Aquarius in a nutshell. Style, unique and sociable. Top qualities, broad-minded, progressive and witty. Weaknesses, stubborn and rather too direct. Advice, try to get away from your circle of friends sometimes. Celebrities, George Clooney, Lana Del Rey, Meryl Streep, Tyra Banks. Because Jupiter is the planet of entrepreneurship and new beginnings, they could have their own business that also has a global mission. For example, they could run a shop with green energy items. The impact on personality. People with Jupiter in Aquarius will always do things the way they want to do them. They are too much in love with freedom and their rebellious side. Creative and persuasive, these guys can come up with innovative ideas others will greatly appreciate. When they are not happy with how things are, they usually come up with solutions and engage in making the necessary changes. They are independent, but they couldn't make it without friends either. As a matter of fact, they are the most effective only in large groups. When it comes to communication, Jupiter Aquariuses know what to say, and it's very likely they'll use technology to get their message to as many people as possible. They are better at seeing the bigger picture, and not at all good with details, so they prefer coming up with ideas that focus more on major issues. Because of this, they'll participate at protests for people's and animals' rights. No one is going to be treated unfair on their watch. They have this need to stand for their fellows, and make every voice heard. The more creative, impartial and open to collaborate they will be, the more luck they'll attract. But if they want to succeed, these guys need to have the freedom of choice and to bend the rules. Trying all sort of new things will help them make breakthrough discoveries in their field of work. They have a touch of genius and look to break tradition all the time. Others will see them as eccentric, but they won't be afraid to act differently. Artistic and spiritual, Jupiter Aquariuses will always share their ideas. Some of them are inventors, musicians or spiritual gurus. Flexible and understanding with others, they will treat everyone as an equal. But they are not the most responsible and disciplined people. Not to mention they are more interested in being revolutionary than in making money. For them, freedom and adventure are the most important things. They want to travel with both their body and their mind, in order to be knowledgeable. Intellectual stimulation is essential for them, because they have a thirst for new information and experiences. It can be said they are true and valuable students of life. And they would be great teachers too, because they can organize and present the information in a neat way. Their students will understand them, because they'll have a memorable and unusual teaching method. Sociable and fun, Jupiter Aquariuses never grow tired of making new friends. Their group of friends will most likely be formed around academic environments, intellectual discussions and studies. Precise in their way of thinking, these people will always try to make the world a better place for themselves and others. In regards to finding the right partner, they need to be careful not to dream too much of an ideal lover, or they will not be able to develop a romantic relationship that they feel satisfied with. A generous and practical side. While Jupiter Capricorns are the masters of conventional methods, Jupiter Aquariuses are the ones who invented thinking outside the box. While avoiding serious responsibilities and procrastinating as much as possible, the last mentioned ones are known for coming up with eccentric and innovative ideas. Don't expect them to ever get their hands too dirty. They will only take care of the thinking part. You can trust them to come up with something ingenious, but never expect them to also make that thing a reality. Too much work can lead them to lose their minds. However, they will try the roads no one else has dared to take. That's why they are so good at discovering and learning as much as possible. Unorthodox activities that require adepts to go above and beyond are their favorite. Medicine, the occult, science, these are all fields in which Jupiter Aquarians will succeed. Besides this, they are also very giving and interested in making everything better. But because they don't know discipline, they'll most likely won't have financial security. Not to mention they believe money are meant to be spent, not kept. For this reason, Aquarius is the least materialistic sign in which Jupiter can be positioned. These people are more interested in knowledge and friendship. People will be drawn to them like moths or attracted to flames. They can be great leaders and politicians. Others are inspired by them to be more efficient and better. But their ways can sometimes be unconventional for many. Others will use their innovative ideas and ideals. Luck will find them when they'll be open to creativity. The more original thinking from their side, the more luck they'll attract. Just like any other human being, they need to master the art of compromise too. Their humanitarian side will help them come up with global ideas meant to save the planet. The Jupiter in Aquarius man. Sexy and hard to get, the Jupiter Aquarius man is a rebel and a loner. He will travel a lot, because he'll probably have a job that will require him to do it. Jupiter makes him generous and trustful. Long-distance relationship could be his thing. He will help any woman open her mind. Not to mention he could teach anyone about life, sex and spirituality. Thanks to Jupiter, he will offer information generously, and his students will completely trust him. No one should waste their time trying to change him. All he will do is experiment and enjoy life on a physical, emotional and mental level with someone. You can trust he will never break anyone's heart, as being trustworthy is very important for this guy. The Jupiter in Aquarius woman. The Jupiter in Aquarius woman is compassionate and very open-minded, and she treats friends and strangers the same way. Because she's a humanitarian and thinks of the greater good, she may sometimes forget about her loved ones. There's no one with a bigger heart than hers, but she needs to be careful, not to allow other people's negativity draw her in. She likes to work hard. Jupiter's generosity helps her be even more open to give a hand. Emotional situations can make the Jupiter Aquarius woman's impulsive nature emerge. She will only find love when her spiritual nature and freedom will be respected. While she wants intimacy and to be happy, she's terrified of commitment. This lady truly doesn't need to know her partner would want more than she can offer, and it's only normal for things to be this way. Only Jupiter and its influence on trust can help her overcome these fears. When she'll find a man who agrees with her adventurous side, and who also makes her feel comfortable, she will fall in love completely.